Welcome, Leos, to your January 2018 reading, and happy holidays and happy new year. Thanks for joining. And so, thank you so much for your support last month, which was my first month here doing readings. I really appreciate all the support, the views, and the loving comments that I have been receiving on the videos thus far. So I've decided just, unless I feel guided otherwise, the process that I will be taking with the videos is the first video I will do each month is whichever sign it is their birthday month, and followed by whichever sign has the most views on the previous month's videos. So that's kind of the process that I'm going to take with that. So this month I decided to use the Psychic Tarot for the Heart Oracle deck by John Holland. And I'm also going to be using the Butterfly Oracle and Healing with the Fairies by Doreen Virtue. So I've already pulled cards from the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, and I'm going to open up the energy for your reading. And tuning in here. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open this up. So, what I'm feeling um, for Leos this month is a lot of imbalance. Um, I feel like there's a lot of energy healing work that needs to be done here. And, this could mean, going somewhere and actually getting energy healing done. But I feel like a lot of this healing has to do around your own energy and a need to balance out some various aspects as it comes to self development and self healing. Um, the first thing I'm being drawn to is this kind of this need to express your truth. Like, what is your truth? Are you defining your truth based upon things in the external world? Are you defining your truth based upon your experiences um, from other people? Or are you determining your truth based upon your own um, inner journey and discovery of self? And I feel like this is why this throat chakra card is here and it's coming up. I feel like when we're not honoring our own truth, if we're not following our own inner path from our hearts, then in essence, we're not in alignment with truth. And when we're not in alignment with that truth, then we carry a vibration, and they're telling me to say lie. They're like, lie. You're carrying the vibration of lie. So imagine being, don't think of like a physical body, but just think of energy, and the energy says lie, or I'm not telling the truth to myself, then you are the energy of that. So that vibration moves and has a ripple effect, and it affects your life various ways. You could attract people into your life that lie, that aren't honest with you, that don't show their true aspects of self. And I feel like for some Leos, you may have people like that around you, and I feel like you're kind of in this cycle of, maybe blame or not kind of seeing the situation for what it is. And it all comes back and it all stems to, and I keep seeing roots, like the root of it is the I can't even get words out today. The inauthenticity of self. I feel like Leos really need to connect with what is the truth for themselves. I feel like there's a lot of patterning when it comes to your thinking, and to the way that you carry yourselves as it comes to your truth. I feel like the more that you begin to step into what that means for yourself and you begin to express this, because remember, words also create and they carry a vibration. I think once you begin to express what that truth is, then it will begin to change and shift kind of your reality, in the space that's around you. I feel like um, I'm feeling like difficulties communication. I'm having such a time with words today. I did this in the Virgo video too. Difficulties in communicating with others in this. I feel like also like other people and the way that you communicate, other people can't understand how you communicate. And I feel like it's also a thing where it's like maybe, your words come out and because it's not in alignment with like your truth, like it doesn't resonate with people. So it's kind of almost like you're talking to someone, but what they hear is a foreign language because in essence like what you're saying is a lie. Like it's not in alignment with who you truly are. Like you're not really showing the authentic part of yourself. um, and before I started doing this reading, I felt like, and I haven't felt like I've had to say this to any other sign yet, but I feel like with Leos that watch this video, I'm going to get a little bit of resistance with the message that I'm saying because I felt like a bunch of Leos, Leo energy kind of lashing at me. And, you know, you have to remember, I'm not sharing these messages to attack certain signs. My purpose of all the readings that I do is to help us grow into the best versions of ourselves. And to do that, we have to heal the lower energies and the lower vibrational patterns of ourselves. And we need to face ourselves so that we can transform our energies and we can evolve into our true and authentic selves. And it's like I felt like that message is coming through, especially when it comes to the throat chakra for you guys. This is about you stepping into who you truly are and not wearing the mask, because we know, Leos are also one of those signs that can get really caught up in ego battles, and they become so immersed in that there's so many different masks and layers that they have identified themselves so much in as a mechanism of defense that it's like you can't even begin to see who your true authentic self is. But like a Leo, because like I've seen Leos like that are in their knowing and they know who they are. They are so vibrant. Like Leos that are in functioning in this world and as their true authentic selves without all the conditioning and pattern, they carry so much light. Like it's ridiculous. Like beautiful Leos. So know that we all have our shadow aspects and we all have our things that we have to face, but we're just trying to peel back the layers of the things that we are not and that is not in alignment with our truth so that we could become our authentic selves. And I'm going like right into the next card here because there's a lot of chakra healing energy here. We have solar plexus in reverse. I feel like a lot of this energy, I feel like a lot of defensive energy, because I felt this even before going into the reading again. I really feel like Leos struggle with admitting to themselves that they're actually insecure. So they put up all these masks and these walls as a means to protect themselves, but what it's actually doing to them is it's draining them of vital life force energy. So this could be, if you really look at yourself, you may feel like you have like feelings of a lack of worth, low self-esteem. I find like a lot with like Leo energy, for example. Like a lack of empowerment. Like when you lack empowerment, you don't have energy to put into the things that are really of value, like your life path or your life mission. I'm also feeling like Leo's kind of being on autopilot through life, just kind of doing just enough to get by, but never anything more, and therefore you don't step into your truth. You don't unlock your path or your mission. Our path and our mission isn't to work 9 to 5 jobs that we're unhappy in just to get by. In our mission somewhere, whatever your mission is, it is service to others. When you're filled up and when your energy and your vibration is pure, when you're in a space of love within yourselves, that energy spills out of yourself because there's no more room, because you're so full that it can't help but to touch others. So in whatever your gift and whatever your mission is, it is always service to others. So I think maybe that's something that, maybe for some of you guys you need to contemplate, is what you're doing in your life path, um, being of service to others. And does it make you satisfied from your heart space? Because if it doesn't, it's time to take a look at kind of what's moving or what's driving you in your life, and is that something that may be taking away from you feeling empowered? Because when you know you're out there and you're in your mission and you're serving others and you're helping others grow, you're growing as well. And that's a very empowered space to be in. It's using your life force energy. It's um, using your divine gifts and using your talents to make the world better, to paint it in light and unconditional love. And when we misuse our power, which is one of the energies on a collective level that we struggle with, when we misuse our power, we take power from other people. We misuse power. It's very misguided. We have the ego wars and challenges, and I'm really feeling that energy here. And that's probably why I felt the energy of just kind of like a battle, or like a lashing out. This may not just be directed at me. I feel like, again, I can feel that energy with some Leos here, but I feel like the energy could be like Leos are also projecting this energy on other people without realizing that it's actually an imbalance within themselves. So I feel like a lot of projections here, and again, that's taking energy away from yourself. That's something you don't even realize that it's doing. So I feel like major healing around the throat chakra and the solar plexus. I'm just getting like being able to communicate from an empowered space. I feel like that's like being able to, when you're in your authenticity, you're able to communicate from a truthful and empowered space that impacts people and that heals people. You speak in a language that's unity and not separation. It's kind of what I'm feeling, because I feel like there's this energy where it's like I see you guys speaking or trying to communicate, but because the energy behind it's not coming from a pure place or an authentic place or a truthful space within yourself, again, it's like you're speaking a foreign language to other people, and there's a disconnect and they don't understand that. So there's like a breakdown. But like when you're in this empowered space and this authenticity within yourself, then it's kind of like I see like a bridge that's building, where people are able to connect to your energy in a positive way. I do feel, and I've been feeling this for a few signs, where it's time for you to kind of detach. And I feel like this is detaching from like mass consciousness or like worldly things. I'll say it in that way. This can be maybe you're someone that watches TV all the time or listens to a lot of, the music that's out there, and this distraction energy. It's like those programmings or that music carries a sound vibration that is not in alignment with helping us to elevate our consciousness or move into higher vibrational states or healing and growth. And I feel like this month, and I believe I said this to Virgo too, if the best that you can, you should try to unplug from this. I feel like Leos really need to be in quiet spaces. And I also have the rest and reconsider coming up. I feel like this is spending time with yourself so you can hear the higher aspects of yourself. You can hear the divine guidance and the wisdom coming through to really help you work through this energy and heal. there's just a need to unplug, to shift you in kind of like another space or another vibration so you can heal and you can grow. I feel like this journey is going to bring a lot of peace, but I feel like there's a lot of resistance in doing this. And I feel like some of the resistance is not wanting to face yourself. Um, I had the detached card here in reverse. It's like the need to unplug, but then there's resistance. It's like continuing to do the same things and expecting different results. That's what I'm really feeling like. And it's running you down. Like it's like I feel like very run down Leos. There's a lot of energy that wants to come in though. I feel like when you are able to take responsibility and number one, facing yourself and going within, I feel like you begin to contemplate what it is that you do want for your life. You're able to connect deeply within your own heart. And you start to kind of envision what you want around you, what you want in your universe, which is still your circle, the space around you. And you start to understand what you need to cultivate or shift inside of yourself to carry that vibration so that you can change or manifest that in the world around you. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of choices and decisions that you need to make in order to cultivate that and allow that to ground and anchor and manifest. But there's an opportunity in this, I feel like the universe wants to work with you. Every time I see this card come up, I feel like, I'm sorry about the glare, but I feel like this is like the universe that really wants to work with you. And I do have a daydream and decisions card here, It's like, I feel like the universe wants to work with you to create this change, to help you shift out of, these patterns of this energy or this vibration that you're in, but you're being asked to do specific things, and I just feel like a resistance here. There's such a beautiful opportunity to build a new foundation for yourself in your life, but again, we all have free will and we have to make the choice and decision to change that. And I'm going to take a sip of water really quick, guys. All right. So I'm going to pull a changes card for you guys. So what changes are coming up? What energy is present here for Leos for January 2018? My guides are saying Leos need to be honest with themselves. Moving. So, this card came up in reverse, and they're telling me to read it in reverse. I feel like some Leos want to move. This can be physically, but something is getting in their way. This could be something like maybe you filled out something on an application and it wasn't true and it's creating delays in your application to buy a home or something like that. But so that can be the case for some of you guys, and that's why it came up. But what I'm feeling is that like the life stream or the life force energy is wants to take you down a path. Like I'm seeing like a river that's flowing. But we have to understand, like, if we look at a river that's flowing, that stream is bringing in new energy. And I feel like this new energy wants to come in, but I feel like there's self-honesty that needs to happen here. I feel like that's really the theme here for Leos this month is self-honesty. And I feel like, I'm seeing like a brick wall being built. Like you're kind of in this stuck energy because there's a lot of things you've been refusing to take a look at when it comes to yourself and your own energy, and you're not able to move into the places and spaces that the life force, the life stream is trying to take you in. I feel like this is like an energy block almost, which again, there's a lot of energy stuff here within the solar plexus and the throat chakras. I feel like self honesty is needed here for Leos. Um, and the more that you're able to be honest and authentic with yourself, the more that you begin to build your own reserves, your own empowerment. You begin to believe in yourself more. You build your own self esteem. You feel that you have value. I feel like some Leos here don't feel valued, and they feel like it's coming from outside of themselves, where it's like, okay, you don't value as me as a person, or I feel like I'm doing all these things and kind of like it's not good enough, but it's like I feel like it's still a reflection of yourself. Are you valuing yourself? Do you feel good within yourself? Because if you don't feel that way, then how can you expect anybody outside of yourself to feel that way or to hold that space with you? You can't. So then we begin to understand how our inner environment is creating our outer environment, and it's your outer environment is just mirroring that right back to you. I feel like Leos are being called to move into a new space within themselves, and to number one, I feel like it's moving out of this energy. um, and there's an opportunity here for you. It's like I feel like, again, this is like the universe, the divine, your guide, your higher self is communicating with you. It's an opportunity to build um, a new foundation. I feel like there's so many like unlimited and endless possibilities and blessings here. Like, what do you want to create? I'm being drawn back to this daydreams and decisions card. Really connect with yourself in an authentic space, but you can't do that unless you're honest with yourself first. But connect with yourself, connect with your heart. What is it that you want to cultivate around you? What direction do you want to move in your life? Maybe some of you guys need to just determine what it is that you actually want. To be honest about that, what is it that you actually want? I feel like I'm getting a message for some Leos that it's like, I feel like you know what you want, but you're afraid of taking that step or the direction to go and get it. So that could be, again, that moving card in reverse. So it's like you're stuck in this energy and it's making you unhappy, but it's like, it's kind of like self-inflicted, it's like self-inflicted wounds. I'm feeling like this energy that's here that I'm feeling is being created by yourself. So I'm going to pull one more card for you guys, or it came right out, healing messages for you guys. Let's see what comes up here. Yeah, problem resolved. So I feel like for you guys, if you're someone that resonates with energy healing, working with the chakras, focus on working the throat chakra and the solar plexus this month. If you're someone that's new to that and you're interested in learning about chakras, there's such a wealth of information on the web that you can look up, working and healing throat chakra, solar plexus. I feel like for some people, working with the colors, so solar plexus resonates with the color yellow, maybe starting to wear more yellow. And I feel like, as soon as I said that, I feel like Leos that are down and depressed. So yellow is bright and happy when it's positively aspected. So maybe having more yellow colors around you to bring more joy and laughter and happiness in your life. This can also be, eating more yellow food so you can get that inside of your body. Same thing with the throat chakra, it resonates with the color blue. So any type of blue food you can kind of get in, blueberries, keeping the color around you, and you'll know what's best for you. I'm just kind of giving you a little bit of insight, but you can, again, trust your own instincts, trust your own intuition as to what's best for you. But I really feel like a lot of this energy and a lot of the messages are centered around this throat chakra and solar plexus block that's here for you guys. And it's interesting because like what I'm being shown is like literally like the two cards kind of came at me, and they kind of flipped. So it was kind of like there's your solar plexus, of course, is like your stomach area. So I feel like a lot of Leos, you may be experiencing like stomach pains or digestive issues, maybe stomach ulcers. With the throat chakras, again, sore throats could be coming up. You could also be having issues with, like, you could be someone that is having thyroid issues as well with the throat chakra. But what I'm feeling is that like the cards came, and I'm like placing my hands on like the chakra points. But what I realized is that like I'm like, what is the connection chakra that's in between these two chakras that came up, which is your heart. I feel like Leo's um, I feel like this is to get Leos more in alignment with their hearts. Um, and that's where you're going to find your truth. Whatever it is that you feel in your heart, it's like disconnect from your mind, disconnect from the ego. I feel like in 2018, all of the signs, all of us have to stop thinking life, and we have to start feeling life. What do you feel in your heart, Leos? What is that vibration in your heart telling you? If you start to follow that, I feel like you will start to align more, more within the vibration of what that truth is for you. And I feel like when you start to take that on, and you take that action, and you move in that direction, that it's going to help you heal. And this is going to resolve a lot of problems for you. This is going to bring healing. This is going to help you bring into your life what you want. And Leo's, of all the signs, that's Leo's is a sign like of the hearts of hearts, of courage, of strength. There's nothing more beautiful than an empowered and strong Leo. And we need more empowered and strong. I was going to say leaders, but I think that was meant to come out. Like, we need more courageous and strong Leos to come out and step into true leadership, not only just in their lives, but in the world. But it starts with the self. You need to be a leader in your own life. Um, so hopefully that resonated with you guys. And if you like the readings, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and you can hit the notification bell just so you get the alerts that a new video is up. And of course, if you are in the Philadelphia area, so this is Philadelphia, Delaware, and South Jersey, I am going to be doing some traveling work from January 4th to January 8th. So I will be offering personal readings, and all of my readings are focused on transformation, healing, and self-mastery to unlock your divine blueprint. So I'll be offering those in person. I'm also going to be offering space and home clearings. So this is clearing out the energy in your home and aligning it with a loving, peaceful, and high vibration. And I'm also offering crystal feng shui, which you can get the home clearing and the feng shui separately, but they work better together. But I tune into the grid points and the ley lines in your home, also the energies there, and I recommend kind of like a crystal prescription, what crystals would work best for you in your home. It may be specific places you have to, put these crystals. For some people, it could be something like you want to bring more abundance and prosperity in your home. So I may recommend crystals to put in certain spaces, or help you set up a specific, like, wealth corner in your home, or even build a crystal grid. So those services will be available, as well as crystal Reiki and energy healing. So if you are in those areas and this resonates with you, feel free to email me at intheroughcrystals@gmail.com to book an appointment. And of course, if you would like a regular reading at any time, you can email me as well. And I'll put all this information in the description for this video. So I want to close out this reading. Let's see, what healing energy do I want to send you guys? They're saying self-empowerment. Guides are saying self-empowerment. All right. All right. So thank you so much for joining, guys. And I'm sending you the beautiful healing vibration of self-empowerment. thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys in February. Take care.